because still keeping with the Carifesta mode, but this time it's part of the Literary, Cultural and Communication Studies at the University of the West Indies. They will be hosting the Lines of Life Symposium to highlight the research undertaken since the passing of Vidya Naipaul in August 2018. And this is to commemorate his life and his works. And with me is Master of Philosophy Linguistics candidate and project research assistant Karian Abdul Ramjatan. Good morning.
Good morning.
And
Thanks
welcome.
for having me.
Yes, you must be so excited because so much work is being done. I know the BBC is also doing some work on V.S. Naipaul as well. So tell me specifically what your work focuses on.
Right. So as you said, the name of the project is Lines of Life. And the name comes from, there's a director by the name of Adam Lowe who directed a film called The Strange Luck of V.S. Naipaul.
Yeah.
And in that film, the film ends with this image of V.S. Naipaul sitting beneath this very majestic poplar tree, and he's looking at the leaves that have fallen to the ground, and he's looking at the lines on the leaves, and he's using it really as a metaphor for life's mysteries. And so we feel like the name Lines of Life is the most appropriate and really capturing the essence of what V.S. Naipaul's work has done, which is really philosophized and theorized about the world that we live in today.
Exactly, yes, especially through his works, his
Absolutely.
life experiences, but reflecting on everyone's life experience.
Absolutely.
So your research does what?
Okay, so essentially a core component of the Lines of Life project is a website that we're going to launch. So the event is carded for Saturday. It's August 17th, which is actually going to be the anniversary of his birth.
Right.
So that worked out nicely. And on the day of the event, we are doing a full launch of this website that we've created. And the website is really a digital platform, a sort of database for all things V.S. Naipaul. So it has all of his books in a sort of chronological order. But the good thing about it is that it pools together resources from the international community. So we have international scholars who have actually contributed to the website. And the wonderful thing is that it's not just international scholars, but our own students at the University of the West Indies have produced content for the website. So the website is a living, breathing manifestation of what the Lines of Life project represents, which is V.S. Naipaul's legacy.
And you have a speaker, so the symposium will have different speakers during the course of the program.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So our keynote speaker is Professor Gugiwa Thiongo.
Yes.
And he's a well-known, very renowned writer and an activist. And he has just arrived from Kenya,
Yeah.
exactly. And he's just arrived in the country yesterday. He has been taken under the Carifesta wing as well. So in addition to being a part of the Lines of Life project, he's also going to be involved in many other Carifesta related events. So he's going to be a name that you're going to hear a lot of in Carifesta.
And is this event open to members of the public or is it a closed event?
Right, so it's absolutely open to members of the public, so that anyone who is interested in coming, it's a completely free event. All you have to do is reserve seating. So you email the Literatures and English secretary. Her name is Nicole Sipasad. So the email address is nicole.sipasad@sta.ue.edu.
Okay, and who would you target? Would you say secondary school students or persons at university level or just members of the public? Who specifically would
You know
benefit
what?
from
Our
this?
target is everyone. I think the point of the project is to make literary work accessible to everyone so that it's not reserved to this one group of academics or scholars, but that everyone can become a part of the conversation because it affects us all.
So although you're launching it with the work of V.S. Naipaul, is it that it's going to expand to other works?
Well, there's definitely the possibility to expand in the future, and we are exploring some of those dimensions, but there is still so much left to do on V.S. Naipaul's legacy that there's a lot in store on his work, and absolutely there's always possibility for more in the future.
All right, well, it sounds exciting.
It
and
is.
just reading up on, well, you said Gugi, but I'm thinking it's Ngugi. Is it Gugi from what
Yeah,
you
well,
know? 'Cause some
yes,
people,
it's pronounced
there's
Gugi Wa Thiong'o.
Yeah, so depending on which part of Africa you come from, it's
Yes.
silent. So it's Gugi Wa Thiong'o.
Yes.
And he's going to be here, literary and social activist. Just reading his background and just being able to hear him speak would be a privilege in itself, you know, and then to deconstruct and dissect all V.S. Naipaul's work after. I think it's wonderful that all of this is happening under the umbrella of Carifesta this year. So congratulations on the launch.
Thank you so much.
And I trust that it goes well. Carrie Ann Abdul Ramjatan, and you're doing your master's.
An MPhil in literature, actually, which is hopefully going to be upgraded to a PhD soon.
Fingers crossed.
Hopefully.
In linguistics, and your candidate and research project assistant as well. Thank you so much for coming on the program.
Thank you for having me.
It's
wonderful to be here.
All right, so we continue in this vein, so don't go too far. We'll be right back.